Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Finally, Mazan Nnamdi Kanu is getting the much recognition that he deserves. Most Nigerians were worried for the very moment when he was sent to Sokoto Correctional Center. Most Nigerians believe that just maybe there may be more and probably his safety may not be guaranteed. Well, it looks as if wherever Mazan Nnamdi Kanu goes, influence follows. Let's find out in a moment what is happening in Sokoto, because even after his lawyers visited him, even after the lawmaker representing his constituency visited him and his brother, they themselves seem to be in high spirit. They seem comfortable, which means Mazan Nnamdi Kanu's influence must have preceded, gone ahead of him even before he got there. Let's find out in a moment. As some news are also making rounds that some inmates, or rather some staffers of the correctional center, are already speaking good of Mazan Nnamdi Kanu. Inmates are already celebrating his presence. Let's dive into the news proper to find out exactly what all of this is all about. But before we do that, please subscribe to our channel. Now, reports have is that inmates of the Nigerian Correctional Service of Sokoto have announced leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazan Nnamdi Kanu, as their president. Kanu was recently sentenced to life imprisonment by Justice James Omotosho after he was found guilty on all 7 counts of terrorism offenses. Now, the charges related to his secessional agitations, acts of terrorism, membership of a proscribed group, bringing down of security operatives, destruction of public property, concealment, and the importation of an unregistered radio transmitter. Now, the IPOB leader, who has been in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) in Abuja while his protracted trial lasted, was moved to Sokoto prisons after he was sentenced to life jail. Now, it was gathered that the drama erupted upon his arrival inside Sokoto prison, as inmates unanimously declared him the prison president. They declared him the prison president as he was arriving. That means water self, they don't water ground. My goodness. Now, witnesses said that the inmates scrabbled to get close enough to shake his hands, calling him a man who speaks the truth without fear. I just hope in the long run that this whole thing will not make Mazan Nnamdi Kanu even more popular. But then again, it's a life imprisonment issue. If for any reason the political solution that some of these lawmakers are seeking for pulls through, Mazan Nnamdi Kanu may have more followers in prison, more followers from the north, and almost all the followers, or most followers, from the southeast. And gradually he's beginning to go across, build bridges. And if you ask me, if you for any reason decide to contest for political position, Mazan Nnamdi Kanu may have it on a free will. My colleague is in the house, although there's still some info we're gathering. I don't know how true it is, that some staffers of the Correctional Center of Sokoto are already also saying same thing, that Mazan Nnamdi Kanu speaks truth to power and it really has no business being in prison. I do not know if at the end of the day the federal government is actually not making him even much more popular than they intended all of this to be. Some few hours ago was the case of the son of Erufai, who is also a lawmaker representing his constituency, Kaduna, spoke about the fact that he doesn't understand there seem to be 2 laws applied here. One law different from the other. One that a Boko Haramist leader who had done a lot of mayhem was given 20 years imprisonment, while Mazan Nnamdi Kanu got a life imprisonment. Why is that so? My colleague is in the house. What do you make of this? Already on arrival, he's been called the president in prison.
Well, if this is true, it's a good one in the right direction, because all things work together for our good, but it's, for me, I think it's too early. It's just coming in. It's too early. It's going to be there for as long as, I don't know if, the politicians in the southeast are serious with their intended move to seek political solution to it. But one of the things that I think will make that difficult is the fact that he is neck bent, he is everything bent on realizing the dream of Biafra. And having that in mind is going to be a little bit difficult, because whatever that will be conditions handed over to him will revolve around the unity and the oneness of Nigeria. I think that's why the likes of Reno Mokri had suggested that at a time like this, where it's difficult to, speak truth to the leadership, it's difficult to win over legitimate authority like the government, it will be rather better to go through the route of politics, and let the people know this is your ideology. If you are able to capture the minds of the people and first of all start out with securing a lot of support from the southeast, and also not just getting support, at the same time you are able to conquer the hearts of many and secure governorship position in the southeast, you can now begin to spread it till you use your knowledge and your wisdom to birth anything you want to. Because if you are having such an intention and you have that level of followership, one of the conditions you may present before anyone who is going for presidency, if they come and seek for your support, is actually, let's put it into writing, immediately you get into power, you will now declare Biafra a nation of its own. And, that will be deal for you. And you give him that as a condition. And if you give that as a condition, and it should be done in closed doors, then just tell your people, this person, support this, rather than going through, the kinetic way, the kind of opposition, facial opposition way. It's not going to work. Confrontation, being confrontational with the government, it won't work. And that's why it's a little bit difficult for them to really help, because some of them at the same time are very scared of him, because they know that, especially the Southeasterners, the politicians, they know that if you get him out of that hook, Mazan Nnamdi Kanu will continue with his crusade of vindicating, of liberating the people from every form of slavery. And guess what? He won't care whose ox is God. Even the president will go in for it, because if you're not doing the right thing, he won't stop in talking about it. He's a typical natural, how do they call it? Active, not really activist, but someone who, when he pursue a thing until it is realized, he won't give up on it. That's just the situation there. So right now, it's going to be going in there and securing that level of support from them. It's a good one. But then let's still keep progress, because for me, it's very early, I would say so.
All right, life imprisonment, like you rightly say, sounds quite early.